Welcome Aztecs to JMS 585. This is your campaigns experience here at the School of Journalism and Media Studies, and this is going to be an amazing and hopefully very rewarding experience for you. This experience, JMS 585, is your last stamp of approval from the JMS program before we send you off into the world to say that you are ethical, honest, amazing, and excellent PR practitioners. And so it goes without saying that we need to test that. We need to put together everything you've done in the entire public relations curriculum here at JMS to make sure that you can synthesize that information and that you are locked and loaded, ready to go. And so what we're going to be doing is using a few real-world clients to do public relations projects for by using the RPI process. So all of the other classes that you've had before have typically had notional clients, or maybe you've had one small real-world client for just an assignment. Well, this semester you're going to work with a client over the course of the entire semester, and you're going to go through all of RPI. So let's talk a little bit about our clients, and then we'll talk about what it is we're going to do for them. We have 3 clients this semester because that's the kind of feedback that I've received from previous semesters in creating the optimal team size. So I will be breaking you down into 3 different groups. The first group is for One More Wave. Many of you may have heard of One More Wave before because they have been a campaign client of mine now for 2 different semesters, first for graduate students and then for another 585 class. One More Wave is focused on helping veterans get back into the water and experience ocean therapy to recover from any type of injury or issue that they may have had. The issue and injury doesn't need to be service related. It might be that the person was in a motorcycle accident and is recovering from that and has some stress related to that. Or it might be that the person saw some really scary things over in a war zone and is suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder and is using ocean therapy to recover from that. In addition to the more internal types of wounds that One More Wave hopes to heal their veterans from, One More Wave also really specializes in putting adaptive surf equipment and water equipment such as stand-up paddle boards or wetsuits, etc., in the hands of veterans who may have lost a limb or have come back from their military experience otherwise changed physically. And so One More Wave is really a fantastic organization that is going to make you feel, I think, better about the world that we live in by helping these people who have obviously put their lives literally on the line for our country. The next client that we have is equally feel good, and many of you are also going to be familiar with this client. It's the San Diego Humane Society. And so the San Diego Humane Society works in trying to find forever homes for all of the many animals that they have coming through their doors. Not just sweet little puppies and kittens and adorable pets, but also wildlife programs as well. And so the San Diego Humane Society is going to be another of our clients, and they have a very specific area that they're going to want you to work in this semester. And then our last campaigns client is very near and dear to many of our hearts here. We at San Diego State University are going to be hosting the Regional Conference for Public Relations Student Society of America this spring. And so there's going to be a team who is going to be working on the PRSSA Regional Conference planning and event. So you will find out via email or Blackboard what client it is that you are assigned to and who your team leader is. And so all of that is coming if you haven't gotten it already. let's talk a little bit now about what all of the teams, regardless of who you're assigned to, are going to be working on. So as I said, you're going to be going through the entire four-step RPI process with your client: research, planning, implementation, and evaluation. So this means that you're going to come up with a campaign that you actually implement, and then you evaluate. You're going to do research on the front end, you're going to come up with messaging, you're going to plan the logistics, and then you're going to go back and circle back and measure again to make sure that you hit and move the needle the way that you wanted it to. All of this is going to culminate into a product that we call the campaign book, and there are many campaign book examples online for you on my Delicious page with the tag campaign book, all one word. So this entire semester is going to go fast and furious. We only have 16 weeks, and honestly, much less than 16 weeks, to come up with the campaign, to plan it, to implement it, and then to evaluate it, and then put together this book and a final client presentation at the end of the semester. And so this is going to be a lot of work, and it's actually going to feel a lot like a real job, because guess what? It is. This is your opportunity to show us that you're ready to graduate from our program, that you're ready to go out into the world and to say that you have a degree from our fantastic legacy public relations program. And so we take this really seriously, and we want to make sure that you have had the opportunity to put all of these different pieces and parts throughout the RPI process together. So from day one, you are professionals in my view. You're no longer students, and in fact, you'll often hear me call you young professionals or PR professionals as opposed to students, and you'll hear me refer to the day and time that we meet every week as staff meeting and not class. Because I don't see you as students anymore, I see you as professionals. Because honestly, in 16 weeks, when you graduate, that's exactly what you're going to be. So, this campaign, this is your campaign. These aren't my ideas and the things that I want to do. I want to know what you want to do and how you think we can move the needle on our target publics and reach our objectives. Now, this isn't to say that the client may not have different ideas, but the client is only going to approve from the menu of ideas that you pitch to the client. So, this really is your campaign. You're the one coming up with the ideas, you're the one implementing, and you're the one who's going to, at the end of it, feel so amazing for all of the wonderful stuff that you have achieved. So you're going to direct this journey. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to help you, because absolutely I'm going to be there by your side, helping push you forward, keeping you on deadline, making sure you understand what tasks lie ahead, but I'm not teaching you anything new. In fact, I'm not ever lecturing to you. I'm not even going to lead your staff meetings. Your individual team leaders are going to lead your staff meetings, and I'm going to jump from team to team to team, who are each going to be operating at a different part in the RPI process as the semester goes on, and I'm going to help each of you, each of your teams, figure out where you need to go next to keep the ball rolling. So let's get started. What do we have coming up? Well, homework assignment number 1 was to watch this video, so congratulations, you just completed your first homework assignment. Homework assignment number 2 is that during our first staff meeting, we're going to actually have the clients, each of the clients there attending for your Meet the Client meeting. So I need you to do research. Your next homework assignment is to do research to prepare for your client meeting. I want you to find out as much as you can about the client. Do news searches, look at their Facebook, look at their Instagram, get a feel for what the client is about and what the client has had with regard to recent publicity and press, so that you're coming in informed. Some people say that there's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, those people are stupid. If you ask the client during the small amount of time that you have them, what year were you founded? Guess what? You can GTS that. That's not a great question. What I want you to focus your questions on, and I want you to prepare questions for the client, I want you to focus your questions on asking the client, what can I do to move your program forward. Where do you want to be in 16 weeks? What kind of world do you want to live in with regard to your organization? What would you like to achieve? Ask for very big picture, touchy-feely types of ideas. That way you're not backed into a corner of, well, we want to hold this event on this day and do X, Y, and Z. You want to be able to have that ability to come up with your plan for the client. As you talk to them, I want you to ask really smart questions. And I don't want you to ever suggest any idea like, oh, well, would you guys be open to doing X, Y, and Z? Because once you say that, you've already started the client moving in a particular direction and you've backed yourself into a corner. What if that particular idea is not possible at all because of the time that you have to plan or the budget or whatever the case is? So please make sure that you're really thinking through the different questions that you're going to be asking the client. Okay, so that was homework assignment number 2, was to do research for the client meeting. The client meeting should be no more than 45 minutes, so manage your time well and maybe talk amongst yourselves before we actually get into staff meeting, and you have a game plan with your particular team. Next, homework assignment number 3. I need you to dress professionally for this client meeting. I need you to look the part. So this is going to be no denim, no shorts, no midriffs. I want you to look business casual or better. So for gentlemen, that means that you are going to be in nice slacks, again, no denim whatsoever. You don't need to be in a suit and tie, but if you want to be, you're welcome to be. But at least nice slacks and a collared shirt, not a t-shirt, not a printed shirt, something that looks nice, right? Something you would wear to an internship or a job interview. For women, you also may wear slacks or you may wear a dress. You want to make sure that you're not getting ready to go out to the club and your skirt isn't so short, right? You want to make sure that you look professional. No midriff bearing clothing, and make sure that you look, again, just like your male counterparts, like you're ready for a job interview or ready to go into the office for your internship. No denim, no shorts, no t-shirts, no midriffs. I have to say all this because honestly, some of your colleagues in previous semesters have thought that those things are a part of business casual, and they are not. You only make a first impression once, and because I want you to act like professionals, I want you to look like professionals. After the client meeting, you're actually going to go directly into your staff meeting, and so don't let your client meeting go too long. Do not let your client meeting go more than 45 minutes because you're going to have work that you're going to have to turn around to me by the end of that day. Okay, so then your next homework assignment is that I have put on the syllabus a link to an online form that I need you to fill out. I need you to fill it out by the day and time that it is said the deadline is. So make sure that you fill out that information sheet. This is where you're telling me a little bit about your experiences, about what you want out of campaigns, what your time commitments are, etc. So please make sure that you fill out that online information sheet by the deadline. And then the last homework assignment is also on the syllabus. You'll see I've asked you to fill out a release of liability form. This is going to be available in Blackboard in the assignments section. I need you to download that and to print it and then to fill it out and sign it. So where it says location, you're going to write in various because this is for the entire semester. And then I need you to print and sign it for a freebie homework grade. So these are all of your assignments and the things that I'm going to be expecting of you at least from day one. But I hope that as you look forward on this JMS 585 experience that you are just as excited as I am. I've been tweaking this experience every semester, making it better and better and better and more tailored to you, the SDSU student. And I really think that you're going to be super excited about how rewarding this experience is going to be for you and actually doing meaningful work for a real client. I think that you're going to enjoy the stewardship of working with these nonprofit clients, and I really hope that you're going to gain the confidence that you deserve to go out there and to show the world that you're ready to take them on in 16 weeks and to earn a high-paying job. So with that, I look forward to seeing you at the first staff meeting, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thanks.